Actually, it's about kids. It's internet crimes against children, and the association that we have with Human Services, Child Protective Services, our cases for child protection, assault, neglect, sexual assault, abuse is on the rise. It's going to continue to rise, and right now we do not have the expertise to handle some of that fast-growing paced crime, and we need to get to that point. And it's going to take some money to do it. It's not going to take probably, we'd love to have additional personnel, but that's not going to happen. So we need to work closely with Human Services and Child Protective Services, because their caseload increases, and when theirs goes up or when ours goes up, it's kind of like we go hand in hand. You just cannot, it just happens that way. And internet crimes against children, internet crimes period, is another area that we need to concentrate on in the future. That is becoming a big problem for us. It takes the crime lab 6 months to a year to take the hard drive that we take down to them in Madison to, not the crime lab, Department of Justice, to take the information off that hard drive or that computer so we can find out how many times they were in violation of federal law or state law when it comes to child pornography. And we have a lot of that, ladies and gentlemen, and it's on the rise. That's what I would like. I don't know what a major change, if there's a change in the question, or in my answer is going to be, we need to change the budget somehow so we can move some money and put it into an area that is a big concern for me. It was a big concern for me 19 years ago when I came in this office. We needed to concentrate on kids, and we've done that, and now unfortunately it's getting worse. So that's what I'd like to change. I would like us to become more proficient and expert in internet crimes against children and children's crime against children, period.
One thing I'd like to focus on is I'd like the county to get back more involved in community-oriented policing. I know calls are on the rise. The deputies don't have time like they did 20 years ago to get out and have a cup of coffee with somebody, but you know what? They still need to be involved in the communities here in Washburn County. Be able to stop out and say hi to somebody. Stop in at a gas station or a restaurant, grab a cup of coffee, even if it's to go. Just talk to people. Stop at the businesses. If you see somebody walking along the road, stop, say hi. If you see a group of kids somewhere, get out and say hi to them. We need to have community-oriented policing brought back into Washburn County. You know, people, they don't even know who the deputies are anymore. All they do is get a ticket from them and they're gone. Or they make an arrest and drop them off in the jail. They don't know who they are. So that's my biggest change, is bring back community-oriented policing here in Washburn County.
I think one of the major changes I want to see in the Sheriff's Department is I want to see the Sheriff's Department work closer with the outside surrounding counties. I don't see a need why, I don't see a reason why Polk and Barron County got together and put up a radio tower at the county line in Baronet, while we in Washburn County had to put up our own tower in Shell Lake, which is just 4 miles away. We should have been able to work with those counties. We should have been able to work together to save us money. We should be working on trying to figure out how we can combine our dispatching services. Is there a reason why we need to have our own dispatching service, and every county around us has to have their own dispatching service? When we got a building sitting south of town here, it's called the State Patrol, and they dispatch for 11 different counties, and at nighttime they go down and they're being dispatched out of Eau Claire. The technology is out there for us to do it. There's no reason that each one of us has to go out and continue to invent the wheel and do things by ourselves. I think that we need to get a major crimes team put up between the counties. There's no reason when there's a major crime like this that we couldn't call our outside agencies, whether it be Burnett, Barron, get people with the expertise in certain areas and say, can you come and help us? We need help. Every one of us is a human being. We're not all Superman, and there's no way that we can do everything. What we need to do is we need to recognize what sources we have, or what resources we have around us, and focus on those people and ask them for help when we need help. I think we need to also look out into the community and get the community more involved as volunteers. I watched what happened several years ago in Burnett County when they had an autistic person that was missing in the woods, and they had volunteers coming out of the woodwork. They were willing to come out and work with the community, work with the Sheriff's Department. Each deputy was assigned a group of 7 or 8, 10 people, and they went out and covered a certain area. I see a lot of search and rescue going on in Washburn County, but I don't see a lot of volunteers out there. We need to get the community involved in this place, in our law enforcement in this county. We need to get the people, a list of people together, whether it be a posse, a horse-mounted patrol, whether it be people that we want to go through the swamp or look for a lost hunter. There's no reason that we can't call people to help. We don't need to call people on overtime every time just so that we can have a sheriff deputy walking through the woods. I think that we got to find the hunter, but we also need to make sure that we have resources and other people to take pride in our county and help work with the sheriff's department.
One thing I'd like to change is the involvement with the schools. I would like to see more involvement with all the schools in the county, the driver's ed program, counteract program. I'd like to work with the kindergarten through 12th, have continuing education with that, try to prevent the crimes before they happen. And the more we're involved with these kids and the more we support them, the less likely they're going to go that route of the criminal, or maybe if they're having troubles at home, you know, they're going to come to us and they're going to trust law enforcement, and we have to give them a reason to trust us. As well as, I believe we do need more community-oriented policing. We need to work with the community because as the sheriff said, we have 9 deputies. They can't possibly handle everything. I've had thoughts of getting a group kind of along the lines of what Paul had said, getting volunteers out of each township, that if we get a missing person, something that they can help with that's not going to put them in harm's way. Have a list of people that have 4-wheelers, that have boats, that have knowledge of the land that we're going into. There's no way these deputies can know every part of this county once you get off the road. And using our citizens to help us. As I've been out campaigning, numerous people have told me they want to get involved, they're willing to help. I think if we can utilize the citizens and also, I guess, bottom line, be more community orientated and get more involved in the schools.